Oh yeah. Hello. So, you guys don't know about this car? Not yet. And if you do, well, here it is. 2004 Civic LX. It's the non-VTEC D17, but I love this car. I think it looks so freaking cool. It needs a head gasket. It's very typical that these engines always get a bad head gasket. This one is leaking to the cylinder, so it's misfiring. I saw some videos. It doesn't look too bad. So we're gonna start by removing this intake resonator. So let's get started. First thing first, undo the battery terminal. That intake resonator's out, intake box thing is out. Look what's in here. See that? That's funny. Next thing I'm gonna do is the throttle cables. Pretty simple. Just gotta loosen the slack and undo these things. Here's an update. Got the harness out of the way. Throttle cables out. Got a few brackets out of the way. You know, basically bare. There's like no wiring right now. Basically everything's unplugged. Look how disgusting the valve cover is. So, next is clean the valve cover and maybe pop it off. So, here's where we left off. We got the valve cover out. I'm gonna take a little break from it and I'm gonna work on the valve cover. Now I'm gonna, get these little rust bubbles out. This oxidation, it just looks crappy. I'm gonna clean it up and I got a couple goodies for it. Sanded it, cleaned it with alcohol, looks pretty. Now we're gonna paint it. So before, just like that, it's painted, beautiful. I did cover up everything. I forgot to mention that you should cover those. They have clear coat, looks pretty. It has some gloss and has flakes in it. Kind of hard to tell, but take my word for it. It does have flakes. Let's see what we do next. Update. So far, I got the fuel rail injectors are out. I undid the top intake manifold bolts. Like these weird nuts. Those are out, and I gotta do the bottom ones. And then in the bottom of the car, there's 4 bolts holding the intake manifold. So I gotta undo that. Here's the valve cover. It's basically plenty dry. So now I can take off all these stuff. I don't know if this is solidifying or not. Probably kind of boring. Let me just take out a few on camera, but it's kind of cool. And now we can finally drain the coolant. It's going very slow right now, but once you open this, it starts pissing. Now we just wait for it to drain a good amount. Hello, here's a big ass update. Boom! Header's on, everything's basically in. Only thing it needs right now is just oil and coolant. Valve cover looks sick. But I got something cool for this car. The shield, the header shield, the bolts weren't lining up too good. So what I did was, I put the bolts, I put a little washer so it can fit. And then the shield, I can just bend it back in place. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. It looks so damn good. Love how the valve cover came out. But, got some oil, got some coolant. Oh, and something else I forgot to update you guys with. So, this is the old head. Look what happened to the old head. Yep, one of the valves have a freaking hole on it. So, couldn't use that. So I had to abandon this head. Look at the old head gasket. I ended up getting a new head. Called a few places around, got one for $100. I got lucky on it because people are just selling the whole engine for $700, $500. I found a place in New Jersey selling the whole engine for $275, but they sold it. But luckily I found a place that had a non-VTEC head. Popped it in. Shout out to my boy Dustin. This is Dustin. He torqued down the head bolts for me. He had a torque bar. He torqued it to spec. Helped me get the belt back in. He helped me with a couple annoying stuff, so shout out to Dustin. And now it's just ready to get some fluids in. Oil filter's in. Drain plug is back on. Now we can drop it. Slammed on the ground. Finally time. Got some fresh W20 synthetic high mileage. The car cannot be happy and not cry. The oil in this car was super freaking thick. And last piece of the puzzle.
Oh.
Check that out. The key.
Another racer?
Yep, I'm a true racer. Only true racers can get these. You're not a true Honda boy if you get a fake oil cap from eBay. I love this thing. It looks kind of cool. It'll be a nice touch. So, Look at that. It looks funny, but I'll take it. We added oil, added some coolant, but I'm gonna start it first, turn the heat on, and try to bleed it. Let's see if she starts. I'm a little bit nervous. Will it start, babe?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna let it crank. She's motherfucking back! And that's in oil. I got oil on the freaking headers and shit, so that's okay. But up and running. Right now I'm just bleeding the coolant. I got the heat on, and we're gonna be burping it. Well, you know, we're gonna do the bleeding process. She's back in she's back and running. Boys and girls, we're going on our first drive. Not bad. It feels so damn good. Way better than the first time I drove it. The rev's so happy. Happy little car. No check engine lights, no nothing. So far, so good. Driving like a charm. I'm gonna downshift to second. You got a little power. Woo! Nice and cold. Operating temps. Okay, this video, we're transforming the Civic a little bit. So these wheels are, you know, hubcap. They're gross. We don't want that. And the Monster Speed has these beautiful Civics, but I don't want this car to have these wheels. So, pick these bad boys up. I got some Advanti Storms. They're freaking beautiful. Super light. Got some nice tires on them. I think the gunmetal gray should look good on this. We're gonna jack it up, take a wheel off. Oh, right. It looks funny, but it's a look. It's not bad. They look really freaking aggressive. I'll say that. I think it flows well. Not bad, dude. It fits it pretty well. It's like they're very aggressive looking. Now it's the Civic's turn. Stock wheels. We don't like those. Now the Civics. Well, I gotta say, I don't think they're gonna look good. Look like that typical Honda where they don't do nothing, just wheel. It looks funny. They'll look good once it's lowered. Right now, this is not a look. So these are the bulbs on the Civic. They're halogen. They're not too bright. They do the job, but you know, it ain't that nice. There's a little before. All right, so this one just looks white. Probably hard to see on camera. And this one's just orange. Next is I gotta buff the headlights, make them new again. You can definitely see the difference, orange and white.
We might need the cast iron blade, Kevin.
All right, hello guys. I want to lower it, but I don't feel like buying coilover for it right now. So I'm gonna be a cheap ass, and we're gonna cut my springs. But then we need a different blade. All right, getting back to work. Oh God. It's so, here's the interior. Absolutely disgusting. This is sticky. Oh, hey. But, we got some wipes. We're gonna clean it up. I chopped it. That's gonna be cool. Hopefully it's pretty low. Front to cut. Now let's put them in and see what happens.
What if it's too low and it crushes it?
Drop that Civic. No going back after this. Oh. We might as well do more. I'm willing to cut a little more. I mean, the rears are money. I'm happy with the freaking rears. Not bad. Rear, cool. The front, it needs another cut. Easily. But hey, it's better than, oh my God. Way better than.
No, it's not done going down in the front.
It's still compression.
Now it's low.
Okay, not bad. It could be better. Nah, that's okay. Now this side. Pretty damn tall. So we're gonna jack it up, take off the wheel. Front wheel removed. Once you remove the wheel, get your rattle can and paint the caliper black. Once the caliper is black, you just chop this bad boy. Alright, this one is cut. That'll be fine. Once that is done, now the rears. Oh, last one. Got the saws off. We used the angle grinder a little bit to get it started. I will now do that. That spring is powerful. Nice. Drop that Civic. Oh. The front I'm a little nervous about. If I hit a bump hard enough, it can oh! Yo! That's pretty good. Lower? Go lower. Dude, that's fitment, but I love that. The front?
The front.
For you. Hit your ankle or leg.
Fucked up foot.
Nice. Bummer. Hey, you can see the camber. You can notice a little bit of camber. That's funny. Is your foot okay? But yeah, how to lower your car on a very budget. Angle grinder and a sawzall. It'll get you this fitment. First test drive, not too bad. Daniel, what do you think?
Not bad.
Okay. She takes corners like a champ. Look at that. Oh shit. This is not too bad. Yeah, that bouncy as fuck, but hey, they look cool. That's what matters. Your passenger, he looks comfy. He looks happy. Just holding on to his dear life. Well, I haven't even rolled my fenders. Surprisingly, it's not rubbing yet. Not too many weird noises. Oh, there's a little clunk. It was a little scary when I turned. When you turn, you can hear the springs just making out with each other. Not bad. Look, Daniel getting tired, back comfortable. Oh, see, we're gonna hit this corner here. Hold on tight. We're gonna downshift to third. Second. A couple little clunks, but definitely daily drivable. Car stays cold. I put a couple holes in the thermostat, so never have to worry about it overheating. It won't be fast, so probably won't hit 100 miles per hour, but I don't need to go 100. Who needs to go 100? Dude, it looks freaking awesome. She got a little bit of camber going. That's like the perfect amount, not too much, where the tires will be crying. Sweet. Well, I love my freaking Civic that much more now. But you gotta do something about the front. We can't have that. Hello, new day. I love how it drives. I'm surprised it doesn't rub. It literally goes in. That is freaking sick. It's just enough camber to make it tuck and not rub. Tires look new. I didn't have to roll the fenders. That's a good day. This looks horrible. So we're gonna chop it up a little bit. So we're gonna jack it up and get the wheel off. Hello. So on today's episode of doing something on my Civic, here we have one headlight. Sanded it, buffed it. Came out not bad, very smooth, but it's not how I want it. Still a little bit of like yellowish, a little bit of, it looks a little cloudy, oxidized, but it's not bad. But it is a lot better than this. In real life, it's super cloudy. It looks, you see that? It's terrible. So, better than that, but I know we can do way better. For now, leave it like this, but next time I'm gonna sand it a bunch more and clear coat it so it can actually stay like this, not be like this in a few months. I forgot to film the process. Looks way better than before, but still, you know, like cloudy looking. Here's what I used. I used cutting compound, then I used the polishing. I didn't touch the finish because I just didn't feel like it. But I only did this to do it temporary. First, I used my cutting compound, Diamond 2.0, and I used polishing. I used my orbital buffer. I'm happy with it. So let's take off the tape, drop the hood, Let's see. There you go. Honestly, I like it. I'll live with it for now. It's pretty. Way better than before. Oh yeah. Gotta do a little bit of cleaning here and there. Dude, I freaking love this car so much. Hello. So, there's my 2004 Honda Civic LX. Something I did do that I love. Key fob. That is so freaking cool. She is a little bit, nah, she's pretty filthy, pretty gross. I did try to clean the center console a little bit. Looks a little better. All OEM, well, all stock. Everything's here. That's what I like. See, this freaking seat wobbles. I think it's because that's loose. If you saw, or if you don't know, this car had a misfire. So I thought it just needed a spark plug or maybe a coil pack. Then I found out that, hey, the head gasket bad. And then when I got the head out, there was a freaking hole in the valve. So I basically needed a new head. To find this new head, I called a few places around. Some people didn't want to sell the head alone. They wanted to sell the whole engine. I found a few engines for $700. Somebody had it for $500. Somewhere kind of close to me in New Jersey, $275, which is not bad. But they sold it, and the only ones I could find is like a VTEC engine. I needed the non-VTEC one. So luckily, found this person who had a bad engine. The guy was saying that the engine was bad, this and that, but I wanted to risk it. I asked for the engine, how much? He said I can have it for $100. So got a new head for $100. The valves were good, better than mine. It didn't have a hole. Swapped it in, put on the valve, painted the valve cover, painted this top piece. Looks clean. Got a cool little oil cap. Here's what I've got done so far. LED bulb, the cool little oil cap, and basically like refreshed engine. Oh, I did 2 oil changes on it, so now it has like good oil. Got the wheels in, cut the spring. I don't feel like buying coilovers for this car because I'm gonna try not to dump a lot of money into it. I want to keep it budget and simple and fun. I have a new car that has cut springs, and it was not as bad as I thought. So I did it, and it's kind of fucking fun, to be honest. Painted the calipers black. Now they look freaking clean and simple. Rear drums look gross. But yeah, I freaking love this car. So simple and fun. I'm glad I have a manual one. And I cleaned up the headlight. Hey, it looks pretty damn cool. This car I plan to keep. It's gonna be my daily. So want to keep it simple. Really got it because they're really good on gas. I've always loved how 04, 05 Civic sedans look. I think they're beautiful. So I was finally able to get one for a really freaking good deal. I got this for dirt cheap. I have like almost no money into it. Only thing that I kind of had to buy was the head gasket, and the wheels. I had the wheel. So, dude, this thing is sick. I'm gonna do little things in there, and I'll keep you guys updated. We'll make videos about it. But enjoy this little edit.